So to help you better understand how to solve the problems on indexing, uh, I would like to cover a few more problems. I've already covered simple problems based on directions and planes in the previous video, and in this video we will see slightly complicated problems. So this was an illustrative example that I took while explaining the procedure for finding out the indices of a given direction. So this was the given direction, and we were supposed to find out the indices of that direction. We saw a four-step procedure for finding out the indices of a given direction, and that four-step procedure is summarized here in this table. The first step was to find out the projection, length of projections of the tip of that direction on x, y and z axis. And here you can see for this particular direction, the projection of the tip on x axis came here, and then the projection length was this much, which was half of the lattice parameter a by 2. Hence we got here a by 2. Then we projected the tip on y-axis, so the projection came here, and then we compared this projection length, so this was the projection length, with the lattice parameter b, and it was actually equal to b. Hence we wrote b here. Hence the projection on y-axis was equal to b, and as that direction lied on the xy plane, the projection length along z-axis was 0, hence 0c. Then in the second step, the projections were then written in terms of A, B and C. That means then we divided the projections by the corresponding lattice parameters. So A by 2 was the projection length along x-axis, and we divided A by 2 by the lattice parameter along x-axis, which was A. Similarly for along y-axis, B by B, and then 0c by c. So after this, we got half, 1 and 0. So that's how we got the second step. And then in the third step, if there are any fractions present, then we multiply all the indices by the common factor. So here we got first index as fraction, and hence we multiplied that index, or we multiplied all the indices by common factor 2. After multiplying them by 2, we got 1, 2, 0. And finally, in the fourth step, we wrote the three indices in the square bracket. We enclosed them into a square bracket without separating them by common. So those were the four steps of the procedure for finding out indices of a given direction. Now, in the previous video, we solved the opposite problem. Indices were given, and then we drew the directions based upon those indices. So, but I did not explain the procedure for drawing direction based upon the given indices in terms of these four-step procedure. So this is what we are going to do in this video. So let us solve the problem. No. So this is an example, and we are supposed to draw this direction 2, 1, 0, and the summary table from the previous slide is put here for the reference, and we will see how the steps are reversed for solving this opposite problem. So the direction is different. I am taking 2, 1, 0 on this slide, and we found out the indices for a direction 1, 2, 0. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Now, to draw the direction based upon the given indices, we have to follow exactly opposite or reverse procedure than that of finding out indices of a given direction. Okay. So for this problem, we will go in this direction. Okay. So now enclosure, they are already enclosed. Reduction. So here what we will do is we will reverse. For reducing the indices, what we did in that problem was we multiplied all the indices by a common factor 2. So we will reverse this procedure. In this case, we will take out the common factor, largest common factor. So I am taking out 2 here. I am taking 2 common from all the 3 indices. So they become, I am writing them outside square brackets. So 2 taken out of 2 is 1. So just for your reference, I am putting a multiplication sign here. And 2 taken common out of 1 becomes half. And 2 taken common out of 0 is. So now we got the second step in that procedure. So we got half, 1, 0. So now because we have 2, 1, 0, we have got 1, half and 0. Now there is no need to find out the step 1. We can directly use those projections here on the, we can use those projections to draw the direction directly. Okay. And again, there is no need to write the lattice parameters, but for your reference I am writing. So here A is the lattice parameter along x-axis, B is the lattice parameter along y-axis, and C is the lattice parameter along z-axis. So for your clarification, I will write these 3 indices as or in terms of lattice parameters. So first index is 1, and we know that during the second step we divide each index by the corresponding lattice parameters. So that's how we obtain this second step here. Now in order to get 1 by dividing something by A, I have to divide, I have to put the numerator as A. Similarly, to get this half by dividing something by B, and that something should be B by 2. Similarly, to obtain 0 by dividing a number by C, then it should be 0. Okay. So A, B by 2 and 0. So that's how we can get the first step. But anyway, it's not really necessary and we can really work without them or without getting confused. So what we need for drawing direction are these 3 numbers. So first number 1 indicates the projection length along x-axis of the direction. The direction that we are looking for has a projection length of 1 along x-axis. That means after projected, the projection of the tip of the direction is exactly 1 unit cell h length away from the origin of the coordinate axis. So this is the meaning of this 1. Okay. So which means to find out the direction, I will have to go 1 complete unit cell h length along x-axis. So we reach at this point. Then this half, how much I have to travel along y-axis. After projecting the tip of the direction, that projection on y-axis is half of the lattice parameter, which is B along y-axis, away from the origin of the coordinate system. That means I should travel, from this point, not from the origin. Should travel from this point. We should go half of the B along y-axis. So we come here, right? And then that there is no projection on z-axis, which means that the direction lies on xy plane. So we are done. Now final step is to connect. Okay. Final step is to connect this point, the last point, with the origin. So I am connecting it with green color, green vector. So this is the given direction, which is 2, 1. So this is the given direction. Okay. So what we will do is to ensure that the direction we just drew is correct or not, we will now find out the indices of this direction. So let us suppose that Nothing of this is done. So I am erasing everything, and so I am keeping that much. So let us follow opposite procedure. Let us say that this is now a given direction and we have been asked to find out its indices. To find out its indices, again we will follow now this procedure in the uh, correct order, okay, or the same steps, the sequence of steps as given from top to bottom in this table. Okay. So first is projection. So let me draw the projection of that direction. So this is the tip of the direction. So I am drawing projection on x-axis and y-axis. As the direction lies on xy plane, there will be no projection on z-axis. So this is the projection, this is the point. This is the projection on x-axis, this is the projection on y-axis. Okay, so this is the length of projection along x-axis and this is the length of projection along y-axis. So as you can see, the length of projection is A on x-axis and length of projection is B by 2 along y-axis and 0 along z-axis. So let us write this. So first state projection is A, B by 2 and 0. So these are different than those given in this table because the direction is different. Then projection in terms of A, B and C, that's the second step. So let us divide these three indices by corresponding lattice parameters. So A by A, B by 2 by B and 0 by C. So actually this should be 0C, 0C by C. So you get 1, half and 0. Then reduction, we must multiply because we have a fraction here. We must multiply all the indices by a common factor. So as 2 is in the denominator of that fraction, I am multiplying all the indices by 2. After multiplying all the indices by 2, we get 2, 2 into 1, 2, half into 2 is 1 and 0 into 2 is 0. And finally inclusion. So finally I will include here 2, 1. So we got the same answer as given indices. That means the direction that we drew was correct. So this is again the same direction. So 1, 2, 0. Now we want to draw this direction. We'll again follow the same reverse procedure here. So let us again take common the largest factor or largest index from the given indices. So 2 taken common out of 1 will result into half. Then 2 taken common out of 2, 1 and 2 taken common out of 0, 0. So those are the indices for plotting direction. So we have to go half along x-axis. We have to go half along x-axis and one complete unit cell along y-axis. Which here finally join this point with the origin, that is the required direction 1, 2, 0. So let us solve an example on planes. This was an illustrative example that I took while explaining the procedure for finding out the indices of a given plane. So this was the given plane in that example. And as that plane passed through the origin, our procedure says that you have to either shift the origin or you have to shift the plane. So we shifted the origin and this was the new origin here. We shifted the coordinate system such that the coordinate axis of the shifted origin or shifted coordinate system were parallel to the original axis of the original coordinate system. So this was x bar, which was parallel to x, y bar parallel to y, and z bar parallel to z. And the steps for finding out the indices of that given plane was summarized in a table like this. Now, to solve the opposite problem is that to find out, to draw the plane based on the given indices, we have to follow again exactly the opposite procedure, exactly reverse procedure from bottom to top. So, enclosures, so 0, 1 bar, 2, first the enclosure, then reduction are reciprocal. So, we directly go for reciprocal as there was no reductions here. So we now go for a reciprocal. So we take the reciprocal. So 1 upon 0, 1 upon 1, 1 upon 2. So now the reciprocals become infinity. 1 by 0 is infinity, 1 by 1 is 1, and y half is half. Okay. So I think this is 1 bar, the middle index is negative, so this should be negative and this should be negative. This was actually 1 bar. Okay. So we came back to the second step, and these intercepts are sufficient for us to draw a plane. So let us solve a problem on plane. So those are the given indices, and we want to construct a plane based upon these given indices. So we'll follow the reverse procedure. So 1 to 0, then we take the reciprocals. One by 1 by 2, and 1 by 0. So they become 1, half, and infinity. So infinity indicates that the plane is parallel to z axis, and 1 and half, so those are the intercepts on x and y axis respectively. So let us directly draw the intercepts. So 1 indicates that the plane intersects x axis at a distance of 1 unit cell edge length or lattice parameter along x axis from the origin. So this is the x intercept. Similarly, y intercept is half. So half of the lattice parameter or edge length along y axis. And now we can draw a plane which passes through these 2 points. So this is the plane that passes through those 2 points and which also is parallel to z axis. So this is the plane. Okay. So I hope you have understood the procedure. It's fairly simple, but you will have to practice. So I will soon upload the assignment, and then you have to try the problems yourself.